Having come from a non-sports apparel background, what are some of maybe the top 3 tips that you were given from anyone that maybe has helped you along the way? Anything that stick out?
Well, I think you really have to, some of these are just general for everybody, I think, but you really have to network effectively. There's a lot of cliches in the world. One of them is the power of yes, and that's, just try to really get involved networking with people in the industry. You never know who might know someone else that can help you out. I try to keep my day very structured so that I'm always doing a balance of proactive things as well as reactive things, which is important as well. And I think Joe Roth is one of the owners of the Sounders, and he was speaking about this at a luncheon a few weeks ago, and he said that successful people have successful habits that transfer over regardless of what industry they're in. So Joe's a good businessman. He's also good at making movies, and you have to get that framework of successful habits. I think it's especially important when you work for yourself because there's not anybody else giving you a daily schedule. But if you can keep that framework of successful habits and structure and effective networking, I think those things will really help you move along.
You just mentioned networking. Obviously, that is a huge piece of many facets of work in the sports industry and out. Is there anything that you're willing to share? I don't want to give any trade. You don't want to give any trade secrets out, of course. Any industries that are specific to the apparel business? Any trade shows that if people are interested to go and network and meet people? Anything that you guys have joined or are a part of, or maybe that you haven't but you would recommend?
Yeah, there's a few things that you can do that I think are really important. Now, for us, we are soccer specific, so it's a little bit different but there are also general things too. So when I say soccer specific, there's the National Soccer Coaches of America, the National College Soccer Coaches of America show that we go to every January. That's one of our key shows that we attend because the college soccer coaching staffs are some of our primary markets. But another thing that we've noticed too is there are a lot of charities that work in the sports world. They tend to merge sports with, kids with performance, with helping kids that might be marginalized in terms of income or something like that. And I think that you can do you can feel good about yourself and do a lot of good for the world and help some of these charities that are sports based, and then also network to have it become an actual career later down the road if that's what you want.
And what about, most people, will think, hey, is there a big trade show? Is there a national trade show that's somewhere in the U.S. once a year or twice a year? Is there anything that you guys have joined or that you've thought might be helpful for you down the road?
For us, there's the National College Soccer Coaches Show in January is our big one, but then there's also a collegiate licensing show that takes place in Las Vegas every January, in the middle of January. But a lot of our networking takes place more with the fans and the subgroups of fans themselves.
Sure.
So every team has a supporters group. We work a lot with them. We stay in touch with them. We use Facebook quite a bit. We connect with people on Facebook quite a bit.
I've heard of that. I've heard of Facebook,
Yeah, I think it's going to stay around for a while, hopefully. But we connect with supporters groups on Facebook as well as college coaches and the teams.
Okay.
And then you just you show people who you really are. You try to be a good business person and not just be out for the money, but actually try to help the sport and help the environment. And then through that, I think you generate customer loyalty.
As we wrap up, thank you for the insight, by the way. As we wrap up, I always like to ask this question to just about everyone I interview because I always think it draws out some good information.
Okay.
Perhaps somewhere in your athletic background as a youth, your professional work experience, non-sports industry, or industry experience in the sports world, has anyone, or maybe there's been multiple people that have given you advice, dropped you pearls of wisdom that's just resonated with you that you in turn would kind of give back out to someone else? Is there maybe one or two things, any one or two bits of information that, again, has just stuck with you that you would impart to someone else?
Yeah, I think that we are all given a set of skills, and I think we all have a lot of good ideas throughout our lifetime, and I think the difference between the people that actually get to where they want to go and the people that don't is execution. So I think a lot of people have a lot of great ideas in their head, but I think you have to take the risk and you have to actually try and set an action plan and follow it and actually be willing to take the risk and get to where you want to get, whether that's running a marathon or opening a company or climbing Mount Everest. I think execution is what really sets people apart from just having the good ideas in your head.
Great words. Okay, last thing, I want you to look right there and tell people where they can find Roughneck Scarves online. Where can they find you?
www.roughneckscarves.com, and it is spelled RUFFNECKSCARVES.
Because we'd like to try to help you sell something a little bit too.
Sure,
People can buy. There's individuals can buy online, or do they have to go some other way to a retail outlet?
They can buy them in retail stores or online. Either way works.
And let's do it one more time, because I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to have you say it one more time.
www.roughneckscarves.com.
Aaron O'Brien, co-founder of Roughneck Scarves. Appreciate you taking the time right here in Voice of the Box.
Thanks, Matt.